Welcome to the Disagreeable Nerd podcast, a podcast where nerds from various ages and backgrounds get together to discuss movies, TV, books, and anything else that pops into their small, simple minds. Now sit back, relax, and let their ignorance wash over you.
And welcome to another episode of Disagreeable Nerd. I'm the titular Disagreeable Nerd, Gabi. With me today is...
Sade, yo dudes.
Hey, what is up, my people?
What? Why does that cringe when you say that? It was like the cringiest way you can ever say that. Never say that like that ever again.
I can't say what is up, my people?
Never, ever.
Why not?
It just sounds way too like...
What?
Defined. Like you need to loosen up a little bit.
What is up, my people?
What is up, my people? Just say, what's up, my peoples?
What's up, my peeps?
Or my peeps. Actually, it doesn't sound right when you say that either.
Peeps is cringe.
I like to say
peeps.
Old? I don't think it's old. I say it all the time.
Peeps.
Maybe it's cringe when you say it.
Probably so.
I don't know if it's because you're like 48. I forget how old you are. Sorry. No, you're 43. 44. Gabi's drinking coffee at 6 p.m. I don't know how.
That's what old people do. We drink coffee throughout the day.
6 p.m. No, you're not going to get any sleep. Like, I don't understand how anyone can drink coffee.
I'm partying all night, baby.
I guess so. I can drink coffee, like if I'm drinking it throughout the day, it's not throughout the day. I can do it all the morning. And then I have a stopping point because then I won't get any sleep. I'll be trash in the morning, the next day.
Well, Gina found these coffee mugs at a garage sale that are like the cliche, typical diner coffee.
Not cliche.
The white ones.
Traditional.
You can stick one finger through there and it holds like 3 ounces of coffee because it's so thick.
It's super cool.
I like it.
It's like super, that's just a traditional
I feel
mug.
like I'm in a diner right now.
Yeah, when I was looking at you, I kind of...
There's drive-ins and dives. Triple D, people.
You know what I thought of? I thought of like when we go out of town and we go to like, if we're in a different state and we want to go to like a cool breakfast place.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Well before, pre-COVID, we used to do...
Even now.
We've been at stuff and like you order a drink, like coffee.
Uh-huh.
And it's just something about the vibe. You just like that whole experience of this little thick coffee mug and put your little creams and sugars.
Feel like you're in the 50s.
Yeah. It's nice.
She walks up to you, you say the usual.
Yeah. I always wanted that.
I've experienced that.
Have you really?
At Subway.
Oh, well, you go to Subway a lot.
I go to Subway every day.
Are you kidding me?
And I order the same sandwich
Okay,
every
what
day.
sandwich do you order?
And a foot-long flatbread, ham and cheese with American cheese. I get spaghetti, toasted. I get the spaghetti. Did I say spaghetti?
You said spaghetti. I was like, what the heck? Subway has spaghetti now? What the heck? I was like, what kind of Subway is this? Weird.
I like those extra carbs.
Ew.
Spinach, toasted.
What an idiot.
On it. Melt the cheese. The spinach like dries all up. And I'll make sure they put enough spinach on there because I like spinach. Then tomato,
spinach.
bell pepper, onion, jalapeno, salt, pepper, and just one, I tell them, a singular strip of mustard because a little mustard goes a long way.
Yeah. Mustard's like super concentrated.
It's
or
very
super
powerful.
strong. It's very powerful.
It's a strong dressing.
And do you get it toasted?
Well, yes. I said that right at the beginning. I said my spinach gets toasted along with the cheese.
Well, sometimes like...
You don't even pay attention to anything I say.
Sometimes I do twice toasted.
Me too. Because one time they did something and it like burnt it. Like they left it in there too long and it kind of burned and I loved it.
I rather
So
that.
now I tell them, toast it twice.
Just tell them burn it for me.
But every Subway you go into, it's like they have different times and different machines. And it's like,
how do you know that I have different machines?
because I go into lots of Subways. Because as I drive my truck, I stop at every Subway along the route.
Gabi is not only a Subway head, he's a burrito head. He likes to eat lots of burritos. I've never met a person that eats so many burritos in my life.
I like to eat, period.
I love to eat too. But burritos are just not one of my things, and Subway especially isn't. But I understand. Sandwiches, Subway, it's a healthier option versus Berkshire's Deli
Subway,
fried chicken.
Eat fresh. That should be their next mascot.
I think that is theirs.
The other one's gone away for a long time.
Which one?
The one guy.
Oh, let's not talk about that.
We don't talk about him.
What you been up to, Gabby?
Eating fresh.
I'm glad to hear that. Have you lost any weight?
No, I've gained. I've gained and gained and gained, and I'm eventually
I thought you were on a diet.
I'm always on something, and none of it takes.
No, that's not true. You don't stick to it. You don't follow it. Like you do it for like 3 days. No, 2 days.
1 day.
Maybe 1 hour. And then you're like, oh, I hate my life. I'm going to be fat for the rest of my life.
Then I come home and just start drinking. So then I get all them empty calories.
And then therefore drinking makes you hungry.
I start
and there's some
drinking
Taco Bell runs that gets involved.
Midnight burritos. Here I come.
Those burritos. That's what messes you up.
I love a midnight burrito.
But then you regret it and have anguish.
Then I have to take my heartburn medicine. I'll fall into pieces.
Well, other than that, what else you been up to?
Nothing. Just working, watching TV.
Boring.
Nothing. Nothing even cool on TV I've been watching. Oh, well, except for what we're going to talk about today. Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd say it was cool, but it's a show.
Yeah.
Lost in Space is back on. Looking forward to ending that season.
Yes.
I like when I can end a show. I feel like it completes something in my brain. I'm like, okay, I can close that chapter. I feel like I've succeeded in doing something when I've done nothing.
You succeeded in doing nothing, just sitting on your butt.
I just sat on my chair and just absorbed the UV rays going in my brain.
Well, speaking of recliner, you broke your recliner chair, so now you have nothing
because
to sit on.
I'm massively overweight.
Well,
it could not withhold the girth of my morbidly obese mortal coil.
But wait. Technically, your chair was already broken, to give you that.
That's true. It's been broken several times. So let's not
blame it all on your what? Am I saying morbidly? Is that a word? Morbidity?
You always call me morbidly obese.
I only say that out of humorous purposes.
It's funny till it happens. It's funny till it becomes morbid. And someday you're sitting here podcasting by yourself.
Stop. That's super dark. Oh, don't say that, Gabby. He's going to get healthy. He's going to continue eating Subway. I hope you do.
I will continue eating Subway.
Just stop drinking and then don't eat burritos.
You might as well just take my life now.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. Did you get anything on Black Friday? Because I was going to tell you what I got on Black Friday.
No.
You didn't
I did get those Beats.
I was going to say, whatever.
Those Beats Flex headphones.
Yeah. I remember you got those.
They're the only ones that I don't like the earbuds.
I don't understand that.
And not the dog that plays basketball. I'm talking about, is that earbuds?
Oh my God.
AirPods.
You said earbuds. What an idiot. I actually was lost for like a good 10 seconds because I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But then I realized you said earbud. I've seen those movies. Yes. But ear. Dang, it's hard to say it.
It's earbuds.
They're really close. They're really close, right? Ear.
So I had some earbuds that were not AirPods that were generic called Monster Clarity.
Cheap.
They're always like, I'll be listening to something, they just like decide to disconnect on their own.
Are you sure they weren't like
and
dead?
in my truck,
your trunk or your truck?
My truck, my 18-wheeler.
Oh.
It's got Bluetooth and like, it'll just like go from my earbuds and it just suddenly connects to the stereo in the truck, and it drives me crazy.
How much were those when you paid for them?
They were like $80.
Oh, dang. They're more expensive than the ones I bought for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Like
they suck.
Mine are JBL earbuds. They originally were like $100 and I got them for like $50. And they are amazing. I just got them today and I just tested them out while I was in the store. I love them. Absolutely love them earbuds. I think earbuds is like the future.
Earbuds?
Yes. Like, and mine are kind of thickish.
Have you ever watched Airbud?
I literally said I watch all those movies.
You've seen them all?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Aww.
Every single one of them.
Me and my sister, right?
Yeah, me and my sister loved all those movies. I don't know why.
Has he played all the sports? And is it supposed to be the same dog?
I honestly have no idea about that.
He's played football, soccer.
He did all the sports.
He's like the Bo Jackson of dogs.
Yes.
Even though you don't know who Bo Jackson is, do you?
No idea. I was going, yeah, he is. But I was like, he's some famous guy.
He was a famous athlete that famously played professional baseball and professional football and excelled at both.
Is he like from the 50s?
Until he horrifically broke his leg.
Oh.
No, he was the late 80s to 90s. Either late 80s or early 90s, or both.
Why couldn't you just say?
He had a whole commercial program called Bo Knows. Like he
Are
knows
you
everything.
kidding
he knows how to play
me?
Yeah, he was.
Why don't I know this? Maybe if I see his face.
Because you're young and dumb.
Well, no, there's a lot of things I know that's from the past, but like for some
What
reason,
do you know from the past?
Wait. With sports, I don't know things. I know like Serena Williams and Venus, whatever.
Oh yeah, from the past, Venus and Serena. Oh my God.
Hey, think about how old I am. I mean, they're like old. They're older. I mean, they're your age.
Speaking of which, we watched King Richard. Let's go into that.
Excellent day movie.
It is a very, very enjoyable movie.
Garvey didn't like it. He hated it. Sorry. Go ahead.
You don't know my mind.
I do too. I do.
That is not the case at all, and you're wrong on all counts.
Okay. I don't know your mind, but I do know how you view movies. Like you weren't like, this movie is absolutely amazing. You weren't like that.
No, it's not absolutely amazing.
You weren't
it was
like,
fine.
You were like, it's fine, but
It was very well acted.
When you say fine, like fine's not good.
If you'd shut up, I could tell you exactly what I thought.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Instead of you sitting here putting words in my mouth and guessing.
It was more educational.
Oh, what? Who'd you educate?
You.
Nobody.
Whoever's listening.
We don't need no education.
Who's ever listening? Go.
Never mind.
What
I
were
would
you
say,
gonna
did you get that reference? We don't need no education.
No.
We don't need no education.
Is that don't tell me, is that Pink? Pink Floyd?
Floyd.
I know Pink Floyd.
There you go.
But you said it so monotone, I didn't know what you were talking about. Go.
This movie is very, very good. I don't like true stories as movies. They're usually depressing for the main thing. Like, here's all the drama these people went through. But this one did not focus so much on the adversities of the Williams sisters. I mean, yes, they did. It did some. And some, of course, of the racial issues and everything, being black tennis players and a predominantly white sport. But it was like, I don't know. It just was a very positive, like they focused on Will Smith as King Richard, as the daddy,
father,
Daddy Richard Williams,
who actually was the one who pushed these girls to do this crap, you know?
Yes. And very well acted, very enjoyable. I like the way that breezed through the story pretty quick to me.
I also feel that they focused on just like tennis. Like they didn't really focus too much on their personal life.
Yeah.
Like individually. Like
right.
They didn't like
they kept it focused.
Center focus on Venus or Serena. It was all about the dad getting their girls into the game.
How intent he was on getting them into
the
and
oh my God, you're such a dad.
And this is my thing. This is my whole thing. Great movie. I would say great movie. I loved it.
I very much enjoyed it.
Blah blah blah. It's been a month since I've seen it, so I've forgotten everything.
It's not been that long.
All I remember is,
oh my God. Let me go through the plot.
Well, that's fine because I've completely forgotten it. Will Smith. Everybody's praising Will Smith's acting.
You don't think he did good? What do you expect from him?
I feel Will was acting. And he was like, I'm going to act like old man. I'm old. Didn't like it. I mean, I
didn't feel that.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's just like, oh, he's acting. He's putting on this voice. And I was thinking, he wasn't, the character he is portraying was not that much older at the time he's portraying it than Will is now. They were both in their 50s. But Will's portraying this guy like he's a grandpa.
Here's the thing you have to understand.
And sure, maybe he's following some of how King Richard, I don't know why I keep calling him King Richard.
Well, call him King Richard because he was a king.
King of what?
King of tennis.
King of tennis, he didn't play.
He didn't have to play. He knew what he was doing.
Maybe he was emulating the way this man actually talked and stuff. But I don't need that. I don't need an impersonation. Just act. Like, I like people that are in a movie and I can't tell that they're acting. Does that make any sense?
No, I get what you're saying. No, that does make sense. Like you're saying he's trying too hard.
Trying too hard.
But
not that he did a bad job. That's not what I'm saying.
You
either.
say he's trying so hard to be King Richard.
He really wants that Oscar. That's what I'm saying.
You think that's what it is?
He really wants that Oscar.
You know, when I was watching it, I didn't really get the whole. I feel that Will.
You feel Will?
That Will.
You feel Will
acting.
as well?
I didn't feel like he was acting like this. He's trying to act like this old person. I guess I was thinking he was putting on like how you don't like it, the impersonation, or how am I saying that word? He's trying to be the actual person. Like, yeah, that's maybe how he acted. And you say you don't need that, but I think he wanted to, or either the director wanted that from Will, possibly.
I saw somebody say, I forget what two roles they were talking about, but they were talking about, it's a movie that's out now. I can't even think of it, but another true story. They're saying how one person like embodied the spirit of this true life person, whereas another one of the people in the same movie was doing an impersonation of the real life person. And that's how I feel. I feel like Will was just impersonating, like copying his mannerisms and all that, which I mean is better. Again, not that it was a bad job. I mean, it was fine.
I think what you're saying makes complete sense. I understand exactly I understand what you're saying. Like, you don't like that, and that's understandable. But some people might like that, actually. Like, there's two sides, I think. Like, stop trying to be exactly like the guy and just do your act. Just act. Just stop. Right. I mean, stop trying so hard is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to try that hard. Just do your thing.
Something along those lines. Speaking of which, I recently showed, as of like last night, I finally got Sade to watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Okay, let me talk about this for a second.
Oh, hold on. Let me talk about what I'm talking about first.
Go for it.
So instead of Kevin Costner trying to impersonate an English person, because he can't do accents. So he's not British, he's not English, and he's not good at accents. And you know what? I didn't care, and nobody cared because it was a smash hit movie when it come out.
I cared.
No.
No. Let me finish.
He was a good Robin Hood, and it didn't matter that he wasn't British or English. And he just did a good job of playing that role. And I didn't need him to impersonate what Robin Hood might have sounded like.
Perfect example right here. No. Let me finish what I was going to say.
That's going to do it for this show.
That example is so good because I wanted him to have an English accent, because why would you not have an English accent? You're in freaking England.
Because he's a good actor, but he's not good at going.
I understand you are.
I'm Robin Hood.
No. You're like in Australia right now. Stop. Get out of Australia. Okay. You're an idiot. Okay. But you know how a while ago you said the whole thing with Will Smith bothered you? This bothered me. I wanted him to have an English accent because you're in England and you're playing a character. You're freaking in England. Like, why are you not speaking this way? Like,
well,
you think about no. You think about the English actors who speak American accents. Why can't Americans speak English accents? You think about
Americans
that?
Easier to impersonate.
You think so?
So it's better than what Christian Slater did as Will Scarlet, whose English accent came and went throughout the movie. Like, half the time he's speaking normal and half the time like he's using some words with an English accent. I was like, oh yeah, he's trying to do it and it doesn't work.
Well, he needs a trainer. I don't know. Something about that bothers me. Like, how are you going to be born? Your character is born in this country or whatever, and you don't speak.
You just get wrapped up in the story.
I don't
just focus on Alan Rickman.
That's the very first thing I noticed though when I watched this movie. I was like, why does he not have an accent? Like, why?
He don't need it. He's Robin of the Hood.
I will say though, Kevin Costner, and I love him. I think he did an excellent job in this movie, and he gets excused. He's exceptional, but it did bother me that he was American accent. that did bother me.
Okay, so we'll get back to Robin Hood shortly.
Okay.
I just want to make that one point. This movie had I liked the girls that played Venus and Serena. One of which it was the one playing Venus that was in The Passage.
Yes, with
that was on
Saved by the Bell, dude.
It was on with Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
And I immediately recognized
like
her.
the
She's
dystopian virus movie that was on NBC or something. It's been canceled.
CBS, NBC, one of them.
But it was really good, and she was the main character that was infected but not infected.
And she's a good actress.
And I liked her. I liked the kids. I liked everybody in this movie. I liked this movie. I give it an 8.
Wow.
I really liked it.
And
I, mainly because I like I said, I hate true stories, but Will was entertaining. The story was entertaining.
It was funny.
The story was good. It was uplifting. It was enjoyable.
I have to say with this movie, I don't know why I got really emotional during one scene. I started crying.
It was when they were driving around as a family.
I think that's what it was. And no, it was something else. It was something else.
They were in a car driving around and they were all laughing and stuff. Not a car, but his old van.
And also the little girl had these pigtails that I used to wear my hair like. My mom used to do our hair like that. And we used to drive around. And I was like, I got busted up, started crying like a little
You felt like
idiot.
You were looking into a mirror.
Yeah, I guess.
How come you couldn't be good at tennis?
Hey, I actually tried out for tennis in school.
And you weren't no good.
No, that's not what happened. I didn't have a ride to practice because I didn't have a car in high school at the time.
We could be making the story of Sade
I had
right
a car when I was a senior, but not when I was freshman through sophomore or junior. So I didn't have a ride to practice. So that's why, because the tennis coach, he was like, I will teach you how to play tennis. I will teach you. I want you to try out. And I was like, oh yeah. He got me pumped. And it didn't work out. But that was the first time I really wanted to learn tennis, but it never worked out. So I ended up buying my own tennis racket and balls and started playing with gobs. And so far, Gabi has taught me some things because I didn't know certain things like the scoring. I didn't understand the scoring. Now I understand
Can you go through
it.
The scoring right now,
like the love and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, it goes to 40.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that's in the lead.
Well, actually, it goes over 40. Once you pass 40, you win, right?
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. Right.
So it's love.
So it's
what?
love or 15 or, and so on. And then once you,
after 15?
After 15, and if you're still losing, it's still love.
Okay. What's the next one after 15?
It's 30. No, it's 20. Sorry, hold on. 15, 20. It's 20.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
15, 20, 25, 30. No. It's 30.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
God.
It's 30. I feel like you're quizzing me. Stop quizzing me.
Serena would be ashamed right now.
Okay, Serena, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry I got confused. I'm not really good at math.
If you're listening to this, tell everybody and make us famous.
Yes,
so it's
please make us famous.
15, 30, then?
And then it's 40.
Okay. And what if we get both tied up after 40?
If we get both tied up.
Or at 40?
Actually, when we get up to that, there's
40 is called what?
It's called, I know what it's called because I know this. It's like your ball or something. It's like a 2 thing.
Deuce.
I knew that because I played it on the Wii and I remember they always said deuce. And I remember not understanding that, but whenever I played it on the Wii, it's whatever. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I know the scoring and I understand the scoring now that I've been playing with Gabi, and we have a couple tennis courts here and where we live. And I love tennis. I love everything about it. Even if I suck at it, I love it. And learning how to hit the ball is extremely, it's a strategic or strategy or whatever. You can't just hit that ball like you think you just like a little monster hitting that ball. You got to have a way to hit the ball and not too much force either, because if you do that, you're going to go out of balance and not work.
Out of balance. Yes.
So did I say that wrong?
I don't know. Out of balance. Out of bounds? Over the net? Over the fence? Okay, let's get back to what's important. Venus. So, at the time that this was all going on, I was really into tennis as a young man. Really into tennis. And I remember clear as day Venus coming out with them beads in her hair.
Gabby always says that. I remember the beads.
It was like iconic. Like, who is this girl? She was 14. Freaking 14.
Yeah, she's young. Knew what she was doing, too.
She was pretty good. Pretty good. She lost her first match.
But
to that one
she
lady,
went through it.
the Spanish lady, yeah.
And like they said, that was really good for how long she went through that match.
What's crazy is, though, this movie stops when she goes pro. She loses her first match to the Spanish lady, I think. But then she does get a contract with Reebok, and boom, we all know that they become super rich and famous. What's fascinating is Venus was very good. Very good.
Serena, on the other hand.
But Serena is like legendary.
She was excellente.
Like number one in the world for a long time, and will be like
she won like 23 awards or something.
And like Serena's trophies. Just like, she's like the Tiger Woods. She's like the Michael Jordan of tennis. Yes. It's incredible. So
ever since I was a kid, I've always known Serena and Venus are the best.
And it was kind of interesting seeing, it didn't really tell that part of the story. It really just focused on the dad getting them into tennis. But one of these days, maybe they'll do like,
and what he had to go through
of them, because like,
and what he had to go through to get them through it, you know, like one of the things I was just thinking of, why do you think that tennis is predominantly a white sport? Why do you think that? Like, that's something I just always think was interesting. Like, why is it like a very snooty sport?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Why is it so predominantly
I don't know.
white?
Why is golf predominantly
yeah,
white?
like, why is that?
Some sports lean that way, and I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I guess you think about soccer.
It probably depends on like how it started. Like if it was a sport of like the kings and queens and like whenever it began,
you know what you're talking about right now?
No.
I was like, don't know what you're talking about.
But tennis is pretty old.
The kings and queens used to play that tennis.
I mean,
I thought of the king playing tennis for a second, like with his big giant coat. I'm like, I don't see that.
He's always, the crown's always falling down on him. So that's something we would have needed to do research on, and perhaps will for a future episode.
And like, Gabi, I love tennis. I love it. Mm-hmm. It's very fun. And speaking of, we need to play tennis next time.
So what do you rate King Richard?
For King Richard, I would give it an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
It's a good show. Check it out.
It was really good. I cried like 2 times.
HBO Max. I don't know if it's still on there, but it was. If you have a subscription to HBO Max, check it out. As we discussed, we watched Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves last night. Sade.
Gabi finally showed me Robin Hood, which I didn't really care to watch Robin Hood. I'm sorry if anyone gets mad at me for saying that.
No one cares.
It's not because
no one listens.
It's not because like I just didn't like Robin Hood. It's just not my style of movie. Like, I mean,
when you say that, what do you mean?
I don't really like. It's just constant. You're just fighting. Like, I don't really care.
Medieval fighting or just fighting?
It's medieval fighting. I know.
Because you like the Marvel movies, which are all fighting.
No. It's medieval fighting. Like, it's just like swords and like people just getting sliced. And then I'm like, but like when I watch Robin Hood, though, I'm going to say I've really enjoyed it. I don't know. I just didn't give it a chance in the past. I just don't like also sometimes the darkness of it. Like, sometimes stuff like in medieval times can be really dark, and I don't know, sometimes it's too dark for me personally, but this was actually not too dark. It had some weird dark themes.
A little dark, yeah.
It had some dark themes, but it was also kind of like funny. It had some funny themes in it that kind of reminded me of all the old movies I've seen, like Princess Bride, and I mean, like, it gave me those kind of vibes a little bit. Just because that time period. And even like, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of foggy. Did you notice the fogginess? Everything foggy. Was foggy. Sometimes I don't like...
It's England.
Sometimes I don't like that.
It's the London fog.
Yes. And that's actually a jacket. And I actually threw it away the other day. So I enjoyed it.
I love the Robin Hood mythos. I love all that.
Yeah.
How this may or may not have been based on an amalgamation of real life people and fighting against the man, blah, blah, blah. It's all made up for the most part. But I enjoy medieval style movies. I love
It
the
depends
original.
on what it is sometimes for me.
I love the original one with Errol Flynn. I love
Why didn't you show me that?
okay, I will show it to you.
Is that one from like the 40s?
The 30s, actually.
Wow.
It's very
I was very close though.
I love the cartoon one with the fox.
So Garvey says his favorite Robin
Sexy
Hood
fox.
is the sexy fox.
He's a sexy fox.
Is he?
is.
You know, I like cartoons. I think I would like that one better than the real movie.
Climbing trees, trying to get away.
He's going back to 1998.
Oodlally,
Garvey, are you back to 98?
I'm back. I love that one. The Russell Crowe one sucks. Super boring. Super
Never even
slow.
heard of that one.
The recent one with Jamie Foxx and
The hot
was it
guy?
Alden Aaron? It was the Han Solo guy, wasn't it?
No.
Was not. No, it was
No.
the guy from Kingsman.
He was a guy from Kingsman?
I believe so. It was one of those two guys. There's two.
Well, anyways-
there's like three of them guys. I get them all confused.
Well,
But that one was absolute garbage.
I would like to rewatch it.
It was fun because it was so stupid, and they had like ridiculous clothes. It was like very anachronistic. Like everything's like they didn't have that back then.
I would like to rewatch it because I watched the one with Kevin Costner, and I would like to see how I feel about it now. Because like back when I watched it back then, I thought it was fine. I mean, I liked it. It was whatever. But
it's always the same principal story. He's fighting against the sheriff, trying to save Maid Marian, and he has his loyal companion. There's always Little John and Friar Tuck and all those characters. But
in Nottingham,
anyway, Nottingham, every town has its ups and downs.
I'll be honest, he was a good
Sometimes
antagonist.
ups.
I thought he was good. He's going into a mood, y'all.
Not in Nottingham. This cartoon.
Nice guys.
So, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, what do you rate it?
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I would rate it as an 8.
I as well. It's a classic, but I'm very nostalgic to it.
Of course you are. This is the first time I've seen it.
I remember going to a movie theater in Fort Smith, Arkansas in 1991. And I saw the posters for Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And I was like, ooh, I really want to see that. But I was like, let's see, 1991, I would have been 10, 11, 12. I was about 13 years old. So I was underage, could not go watch Terminator 2. And I was with my mom and dad. And they're like, ain't no way we're going to go see Terminator 2.
You know what's so fascinating?
What?
You going to go see a movie like Terminator in theaters, and like I had the VHS tape. Like I'm like, wow, that's so weird.
What do you think about everything I do? Oh, I do it for you. I had that cassette, played it on a heavy rotation in my car.
Of course you did.
Well, not my car, my parents' car.
Oh, that's good.
You like that song, Bryan Adams?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I love a lot of songs from the 80s, 90s, plus in or minus it.
Okay. So the last thing on our list, Hawkeye the series on Disney Plus. 3 episodes out as of now. Today.
Haley
Recording this
Steinfeld.
on Saturday, December 4th. Haley Steinfeld. Jeremy Renner.
Absolutely love Haley Steinfeld. I feel like we're the same person. I don't know. I mean, I've seen her in a lot of different stuff, and I just love her. She's awesome.
She's very, very good actress. Very charismatic for.
I just love her. I just love
a young
everything
person.
about her.
I don't even know how old she is, but she's
She's like maybe my age. I'm pretty sure.
Jeremy Renner, not as charismatic. I don't like him. Just period.
You already told me you don't like him.
I don't like him.
Why?
Period. I just don't like him.
Hey, we're the same age. Haley Steinfeld's 24, except I'm 25.
What have you done with your life?
Okay.
You don't play tennis. You don't act. What are you doing? I need you to go out there and make us some money.
I roller skate, Gabby.
Oh,
Gabby, somebody's probably filming me right now when I'm roller skating, and they're probably just like waiting for me
That's
to
called
do like
stalking. You should check with the police on that.
Is that called stalking?
real quick. I meant to say this. King Richard budget $50 million. Box office as of today 17.7.
Are you serious?
Yeah, well, it kind of got screwed up with the pandemic, of course, like everything else. It was supposed to come out like November 2020, and then it got released on HBO Max as well as the theaters, which screws it all up. And I'm sure HBO will say it's a smash hit, blah, blah, blah.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 91%, and the audience was 98%.
Yeah.
So audience really loved this movie.
It is a feel good movie. All right, enough of King Richard. I hope it makes his money
It's
back.
okay. It's okay.
But Hawkeye.
Okay, let me wait. Let me say something about Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop lands in the middle of this criminal conspiracy, forcing Hawkeye out of retirement, leaves his family, come take care of business. What? Go ahead.
So with Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, I don't really know why you hate him so much. Jeremy,
I don't like his face.
I love Pearl Jam as well. No, what's the issue with him?
Sorry, I don't like his face. B, he's boring. C, it probably doesn't help that somewhere I read along the way that the actual guy is kind of a douche. I don't know where, and it could even be false.
See, you let things like determine how you feel about.
No, that adds to it. But I already don't care about Hawkeye, and I don't care about Jeremy
Did you
Renner.
like him in Mission Impossible?
I've never seen. No, he's like boring. He has not a whole lot of charisma.
Here's the thing:
when you're up against Tom Cruise and Simon Pegg, it's like watching a bored act.
Here's the thing with him. I don't really feel like he has to be like, he's not like my favorite character anyways. Hawkeye, I don't really, he's not my favorite character.
He sucks.
He's not my favorite Marvel character. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm okay with him. Like, he's fine. He's not horrible.
Well, so you have Hawkeye and you have Black Widow, which are both, they have no powers.
No, but they have super massive skills. Though.
They're humans that have been trained, as super spies.
As assassination. I said assassinations. Assassins. That's what I meant. I meant that. Totally meant assassins.
Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, charismatic.
Of course she is. She's ScarJo.
I mean, does it probably? I mean, yes, she's highly attractive. Does that have a factor?
No, it does not. There can be highly attractive actors.
I know.
Actresses, but they can suck at acting.
Exactly. That's my point. That's where.
But ScarJo, she's highly attractive and she's great at acting.
When you're highly attractive and good at acting and charismatic, it's a plus.
Yes.
Whereas you can be super boring to watch and be highly attractive, which a lot of these terrible shows on TV, made for TV movies or something like that, they got take all the people on the CW networks, all highly attractive people,
boring actors,
cheesy, boring,
Jeremy and boring.
Renner, and it's not that I'm getting bogged down in his looks. I don't care.
He's not ugly.
He's not ugly, but he's not. I just don't like him.
I mean, he's one of those characters where I don't want him to go away. Like, he's part of
I'm not even talking about
Avengers.
his character. I'm talking about Jeremy Renner, the actor.
Okay.
But let's talk about the character. So he leaves his family to go take care of business because this the Ronin suit that he wore in one of the movies when he went rogue, when he was going rogue, or Ronin means rogue, I think.
I know. I just wanted to say it.
So then he has to go protect Kate Bishop, aka Haley Steinfeld, and they end up getting together and trying to solve this case. Basically.
Can I say something? Kate Bishop is the most generic, basic name ever. Like, why couldn't they find something else better than that? Kate Bishop, boring.
Catherine Cardinal.
Ugh, I hate it. Continue.
Pauline Pope.
No, pass.
You see what I'm doing?
No. I don't like it.
Stop sticking your glasses up your nose, you freak.
Something about it kind of feels good.
Okay. So this is a Disney Plus show. 3 episodes are out. It's bows and arrows and action.
Okay. I like archery. How do you feel about archery?
It's ridiculous.
No, I went to an estate
Why
sale.
do you need archery when there
It
are
is
guns?
so. Okay, see, you went crazy. You just went over.
Well, I mean, no, it's stupid.
No,
this isn't the middle.
it
I'm
is
not Robin Hood.
No, did you see how cool those arrows made things? Like
Those
the trick,
made-up arrows?
The trick arrows.
Oh, yeah.
There's trick arrows.
Have you ever seen Batman?
Okay,
All
this
his
is a
gadgets,
total
all
different
his
universe.
Wonderful toys.
Okay, let me just say something. I think archery is absolutely amazing. I would
cool.
love to learn archery. I think it's so cool. Like, I remember when I went to an estate sale, I saw a bow and arrow, and I literally almost bought it. But like, I wouldn't know how to do it.
You know how
I
many?
think it's so fascinating. I love it.
I wonder how many military forces on the earth have a bow and arrow squadron.
Why do you have to use it to kill somebody?
Because I'm not talking about to kill for anything.
I think-
What are they using for in Hawkeye?
I feel
to plant
like-
flowers? No, they're usually killing people with them.
But do they
And they're-
win? Do they win?
and they're
yes, they win.
and they're blowing up cars.
And
all
they
the-
win
you know, blow out my.
with an arrow. Yeah,
The same thing a rocket launcher would do, or a cool bat gun would
But
do.
seriously, honestly, I think arrows are super cool.
Okay, and that's literally it. They look cool.
No,
That's
they
the
do
whole
cool
reason
things.
Hawkeye-
They do cool things because they have the trick arrows, and also if you
There's
know,
no such thing as a
hey,
trick
have
arrow.
you also seen the way? Okay, let's think of Wonder Woman. Hello, they do arrows, and look at those bad babies. They like do those two ones, like 2 arrows, and
Completely
bam!
unrealistic.
Is anything we watch
You know
realistic?
what? Robin
idiot.
Hood, when they actually used bow and arrows.
Hey, why we gotta go back to medieval? Why can't we use arrows today?
Because we've made progress.
No, I use a record player and there's digital media and I still use record player.
Screaming directly into the microphone, please.
I'm getting very passionate.
Stop screaming directly into the microphone. There's lasers now. Do you know that?
I don't care. They're unauthentic. They're boring. I want to use something that's real like that.
Iron freaking Man. Like edge of the universe technology, computers, nanotechnology.
Why are you totally against arrows?
And here's
archery.
Hawkeye.
Come on.
Here's Hawkeye using a bow.
Would you kill a deer with a gun or an arrow?
Neither. I love deer, and I wouldn't kill them.
I'm talking about if you would eat it, dummy.
If I was to eat it, I would shoot it with a gun.
No, I would kill it with an arrow.
Well, good luck.
Because for one, I feel like it's less harsh.
And what if you miss?
What do you mean, what if I miss? They won't die.
I mean, it's faster to reload a gun than a bow and arrow.
No. I would rather kill a deer with an arrow.
Why are you trying to kill
It's
stuff?
less harsh to me.
Oh, yeah? You think
A
so?
gun, I don't like guns. I hate guns. I would rather an arrow.
Okay.
See, we're not going to agree on
Okay,
this.
so Hawkeye the series, what do you think so far?
I like it.
I think it's okay.
I like Haley Steinfeld.
I like her. She's the saving grace of the show, period.
I think Jeremy Renner is good too. I know you don't really care for him that well, but I think both of them together is good. Like, I feel like the show's going to keep getting better. It's not like better. WandaVision, I was more in tune. Like, oh, I love WandaVision. But like this show, I'm kind of like waiting on it to be like, oh, I love this show.
What's your favorite Disney Plus show we've seen thus far? WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and Soldier, What If,
Oh, yeah.
and now this one.
Okay, so I'm going to choose 2 first that I just loved.
Okay.
WandaVision and Loki. So between Loki and WandaVision, those 2.
Uh-huh.
Loki.
I would have to agree.
Wow, that never happens.
Well, I mean, every now and then you make the right choice.
No. That's not saying the right choice. Let's
No,
just
it's
say
the right
no.
choice.
I don't like that.
Loki
No.
is an excellent show. So Hawkeye, it's okay. Sade gives on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you give the series thus far? I like to rate things.
Honestly, I don't want to comment on that.
Weird. Thus far, I give it a 6.5
Because I don't like to comment on a show when it's not complete.
I said this far in 3 episodes in. It's a 6.5. It could go up. It could go down.
No, I don't like that. I
Okay,
want it to completely finish, and then I'll tell you what I feel. Because we're only 3 episodes in, and sometimes you got to get past pilot, and sometimes you got to get past 2 more episodes. Like with Superman and Lois. You immediately liked it. And I was like, I got to get past pilot. And then after pilot, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Second episode, I was like,
speaking of which, we need to finish that show. Yeah. Okay, so coming up soon, we still haven't seen Eternals. I just
God,
don't care.
why haven't we seen freaking Eternals? Freaking Harry Styles is in it.
Just don't care.
No, I care.
Spoiler alert.
That's not a spoiler. It's everywhere on the internet.
Spider-Man No Way Home coming out. I've done forgot.
Can we
Next
talk
week,
December 17th? Hello.
So 2 weeks.
I'm looking forward to it very much. I love Tom Holland and Zendaya, and I'm so excited.
Oh, apparently he's been signed up for 3 more. Another trilogy.
Wow.
According to Amy Pascal.
I was reading his story today on how he got into the audition, and apparently Timothy Chalamet also auditioned. Chalamet. He also auditioned, but he said he botched his audition. And
I think Tom Holland's a better fit.
Tom Holland is way better.
Well, but this is my thing with Timothy Chalamet. We're getting off topic.
It's okay. It's a podcast. It's fine.
Well, not that we have a topic, but I mean, just we kind of bounce
don't
around.
Explain yourself.
Well, what I'm trying to say is Timothy Chalamet, I haven't seen him in anything other than like super dramatic roles.
He's very dark.
I guess like what's the one with the women? The Little Women?
Emma. No, sorry, not
Little
Emma.
Women.
Little Women. The one with the Little Women. Little Women.
So, like in that one, he was just kind of the romantic lead, but like he didn't. I haven't seen him in anything where he gets to like really show a personality.
Okay.
In Dune, it was like super morose and like super serious.
Yes. Timothy, some people, just because you're a good actor, it doesn't mean you're good for the role. Like, for example,
right?
He just didn't have the look of freaking Peter Parker. I did not see.
Very skinny.
I did not see Peter.
Very skinny
I didn't
guy.
see Peter Parker and Timothy. I saw in Straight Up Tom. Straight Up Tom.
Right. But I would like to see. I like to see people like him stretch. I mean, like we say, well, like Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds, they're kind of stuck. I think Ryan Reynolds would have more range, but Dwayne Johnson just going to be doing his thing.
Do not compare Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson.
So, but like Timothy Chalamet, I'd like to see him do something with a little more brightness and pizzazz.
I don't see that at all.
See him being funny. Well, when you watch him like in anything on social media, he's always laughing and stuff and cutting up. It's like
I watch interviews with him.
I'd like to see
he's funny.
that.
He's a funny guy.
I'd like to see some of that personality in some of his movies other than being depressed.
I don't know. I kind of like his depressed stuff. Like that seems like what he's good at. Like I don't know. Like I don't think anybody else could do it as good as he can. You know what I mean?
He's very good.
I mean, he's good at it, even in Dune. And like I don't know. I like how he does it. And I think he should stick to his formula, and maybe he'll get an Oscar. Who knows?
Perhaps so. That's going to do it for this episode of Disagreeable Nerd.
Yes.
I'll put this out as soon as possible. Probably this Monday, the 6th. So we'll see what happens. If not,
the 6th. Wow.
I'd like to put that as soon as possible.
Can you believe it's December 2021?
I know. It's going to be over. The whole world's fixing to end.
Yep. Gonna die.
All right. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy the show, like and subscribe and whatever you listen on. Tell a friend.
Go to Sir Meeple and get you a shirt, hoodie.
You have to search us still on Sir Meeple.
Still search us.
We're still, when you get 30 downloads.
We're undeveloped.
Search Disagreeable Nerd on SirMeeple.com if you want to check out a shirt.
Please get a
shirt. Or hoodie.
Yes.
I'm Gavi.
I am Sade. Later, dudes.